Can't wait till I'm older.
Can't imagine living anywhere else. The city folk keep their mind.
Come now,
It's not like her to forget.
I didn't keep you waiting, did I?
Not at all. I was just at the post office. Gran told me to expect a package, but it looks as if she forgot to send it. She didn't send me an owl this week either. Perhaps she's busy with her research.
What was she sending you?
Only some feed she's been developing. I was going to give it to Professor Howen for the measles.
What kind of research is she doing?
It varies from week to week, but it's always to do with creatures. Last week she was studying leg knots in plimpies.
What did you find out about the dragon you were tracking?
I realised that she didn't know the poachers had her egg, so when she left Horntail Hall, she would have headed straight to her nest. I went back to the tent and tracked her flight.
How do you track a dragon long after she's gone?
Tree canopies, burn marks, things like that.
Well done. You certainly know what you were doing.
I can't be certain, but I have an idea of one place she may have been heading. I thought we might go and see it for ourselves.
Of course. Shall we leave now?
If that's all right. I want to see how she's faring if she had a collar on. And she's likely frantic about her egg. Here we are. I do think this is where we'll find her. The terrain's typical of where the breed would nest. I suspect it's how the poachers found her to begin with. They likely camped here and logged her patterns. Perhaps nabbed her first and then her egg. Dragons are hard enough to wrangle, let alone maternal ones.
You got all of that from simply standing here.
You'd be surprised how easy it is to think like a poacher. Shall we see if she's home? We only need to return her egg.
That sounds straightforward enough.
We should be in and out. Then we can be finished with the poachers once and for all.
I don't suppose you've thought about keeping it, have you?
No. It belongs to her. Keeping it will make me just as bad as the poachers.
If you're right about finding her here, how do we go about returning the egg?
Her nest will likely be in the heart of her den, which she will be keeping guard over. It might also be more charred than anywhere else, I imagine.
Well then, let's find our dragon and return her egg.
Wonderful. If she sees us flying about, she might take it as a sign of aggression or food. We should stay on foot. Oh, and one more thing. Let's not agitate her. Goodness knows she's been through enough already. I'm ready when you are. There she is, above us. She did make it home safely. Oh, good. It looks as if she wasn't collared like the other dragons. Sick, wondering what happened to her egg.
For what it's worth, she doesn't seem to have spotted us yet.
Let's hope it stays that way. At least until we've done what we came to do.
There she is again.
She's breathtaking.
From a distance.
I wonder how good her eyesight is.
I beg your pardon?
I don't imagine the poachers fed her well. And from a distance, we probably look exactly like sheep to her. Hebrideans love sheep.
How lucky for us. Watch your step.
She must have been starved to pick off a grub horn.
Or just raring for a fight.
Quiet, what was that? Keep at it. We've just got to make it to the nest.
She isn't making it easy.
Not a warm welcome.
It's a little too warm if you ask me. I don't suppose you'd listen to reason.
I'd normally try, but we're well past that. Get to that opening below her. If we can get to that, we can get to the nest. Quickly!
Brilliant.
There's the nest. We're almost there. Why is every bridge here broken? Now, if we just return her egg, we can hopefully make it out without too much fuss. brilliant. And did you see how clever? She left us perfectly unharmed.
Creatures are a lot cleverer than most people realize.
That's what Gran always says. The important thing is that we survived it, and we returned her egg. Thank you for doing this with me. Wouldn't blame you one bit if you wanted to head back to the castle and never think about dragons again.
Shall we head back? I'm ready if you are.
I am. After our dragon rescue at Hauntel Hall, I half expect to be ambushed by poachers any time I'm not in the castle.
Understandable. We did sabotage their fighting ring and steal a dragon egg from them.
True. So why haven't they come after us? It's not like them to let things lie. Unless
what?
Unless they haven't let things lie. Oh no, I can't believe I didn't see it. We need to leave. I need to send an owl. How could I have been so blind?
It's like a place right out of a storybook.
Can you fathom that cramped?
Time for a jaunt, I'd say. No?
Well, this might be the best meal I've had in years. I had hope for a fracas or two.
Is that the best you can do? Get up! No! Make it stop! Was that your best? Oh, that was meant for me. To victory! I won't rest.
You've one less follower, Ranrock. Revelio. How about some sightseeing? Away!
We're close to a breakthrough. I can feel it.
Slow down now. There we go.
Feast, or it can feed you. I prefer the latter. Someone's going to regret this trespass.
Sendo! Take it!
Nothing more than that. The pain! Help me!
Bombarda! Ah, there you are.
I'll cut you from over here. No! I will make you pay. I won't rest until...
No need to race now, my friend. Bombarda! Continue! Confringo! Bombarda! Tiger! Stupefy! Glacier! Confringo! Pulsar! Tiger! Time for a jaunt, I'd say. What say we pick up the pace a bit? Bombarda! Confringo! Pulsar! Bombarda! Confringo! Bombarda! have in store for me this time? Bombarda!
Handy reason.
There's no telling what lies in wait for me in there.
Bombarda! Revelio. Bombarda!
Revelio.
Bombarda!
Merlin himself would be proud.
Incendio!
You're here.
Sebastian, that relic you mentioned.
I believe one of Slytherin's students stumbled upon the relic during an assignment to study sarcophagi in this catacomb. From what I read in a report by the student, they weren't permitted to take it with them, so I must assume it's still here. As I mentioned earlier, this relic grants its holder the power to reverse dark magic curses. If it's in this catacomb, I have to find it. For Anne. I need to see her.
I'd be interested to know what else the student discovered.
Have a look. Unfortunately, there's no name on it, but I suspect if it was important enough for Slytherin to stash in his spellbook, it's worthy of further study.
I'm ready to explore the catacomb. Perhaps we can visit Anne when we've finished.
Perfect. By the way, Ominous has been asking about you. You didn't tell him what we were doing, did you?
I didn't, I promise.
Good. Ominous would be livid if he knew what we were about to do. I'll be interested to compare what lies inside to what I've read about this catacomb. I'm sure that foul smell is the scent of success. Try not to lose your nerve just yet.
At least now we know we're not alone in here.
Perhaps that was it. And the rest of the tomb will be insect-free.
Spiders aren't insects. Opening all...
Don't start. We're here for a reason. I'd say opening them all is justified. This room is taller than it looks. Finding a chest in an inconspicuous loft. Brilliant.
Lumos.
Lumos. We've rid the world of another spider. I shall sleep better tonight.
Incendio. Accio.
Now this is the sort of great room I want to be buried in.
Surrounded by grandeur.
Grandeur and then some. Even an altar with a pile of bones. Lovely.
Bones outside a sarcophagus. Seems odd.
Bombarda! Bingo! Incendio! Incendio! Bombarda!
There's something here by the altar.
What did you find?
Bombarda!
Did you hear that?
We're in a tomb. I assume eerie sounds come with the territory. Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! Bombarda! Incendio! Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! Bombarda! Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! Revelio! Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! Accio!
That's a lot
Wingardium
of bone,
Leviosa!
Matty.
Looks like part of a student's diary. It mentions plans to return for the relic and conjuring barricades using bones.
Of course. The student's summary referenced a space beyond the Great Room, which means this can't be a dead end. Let's divide and conquer. You work on sorting out the bone barricades. I'll look around and see what we missed. Hold on to that diary entry. There may be more to it.
It does mention something else. It says their next assignment was learning the Imperious Curse.
Really? Interesting. We need to focus on moving beyond this room. But let me think for a moment.
Do you think the pages were left here on purpose?
Slytherin mentioned a student who excelled in charms and always carried a satchel stuffed full of notes. They might have been left on purpose, or the student may have simply dropped them.
Of course. I'll start to search for those barricades.
Brilliant. There's more to this than even I imagined. Before we trudge on further, I've just realized something. The student's diary mentions the Imperious Curse. I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to need it here. It's an unforgivable, but useful when you're outnumbered. Places the victim completely under the caster's control. So, if you'd like to learn Imperio, I can teach you.
Where did you learn the Imperious Curse?
I taught myself. Don't tell Ominous that I've told you. It's not exactly something I can brag about, but it may come in handy. I think you ought to know it.
Shouldn't I know more about what the curse entails?
Remember the blasting curse? Same idea, except when it comes to unforgivable curses, your intention has to be clear. You have to mean it.
It's probably wise to know the spell.
I couldn't agree more. A spell that could save your life shouldn't be unforgivable. You have a lot at stake. You have an ability that evidently no one's seen for centuries. Focus your wand movement. It's not an easy spell to master. Here we go. Something troubling ahead. Be on your guard. Another barricade. Considering how well you did on the last one, this should be a cinch.
How gracious of you.
I try. That worked. Keep going. This looks different than what we faced before. Now we're also dealing with reason.
Bombarda! Revelio. Confringo! Imperio! Confringo! Glacius! Crucio! Stupefy! Bombarda! Accio! Imperio! Confringo! Glacius! Confringo! Accio! Confringo! Imperio!
Never knew spiders could make such a mess.
Bit dramatic, isn't it?
Confringo! Alto! Accio! Accio! Bombarda!
This catacomb has suffered decay, just as the student's summary described.
I doubt anyone's been here in quite some time.
Confringo!
Revelio. Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
You are head and shoulders above these bones. Nicely done. I see why Slytherin's student was so entranced with this place.
I thought that'd never end.
Dead end. Lovely. All that for nothing.
Hold on. Don't give up yet. Sebastian, the relic! Look!
Could it be?
Revelio. The note and rendition of the relic. It matches. This must be where the student left the relic.
I can't believe it. After all this, it lines up. We've really found it.
What do you suppose is meant by the dark sacrifice required to realize the relic's potential?
I have no idea. But we're here for the relic.
The note advises to leave the relic alone.
I assure you, we were meant to find this. For Anne's sake, I'm taking it. Let's get to Feldcroft. I must keep this relic secret, especially from my uncle.